A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to Sunshine Reports on Osrc TV. I am Obi Chukwemeka Oti. Workers in Ondo State have been reassured of the commitment of the present administration to sustain and improve programs that promote their welfare. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, at the flag off of the distribution of 1.2 billion naira gratuity to 2014 retirees, urged more support for his administration. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole completes the story.
The Cocoa Conference Hall of the Governor's Office in Akure laid host to top government functionaries, labor leaders, as well as present and retired workers in Ondo State for the flag off of the distribution of 1.2 billion naira gratuity to 2014 retirees in the state. In his address of welcome, the Permanent Secretary, Pension Transitional Department, Office of the Head of Service, Mr. Abiodun Akinshiloyin, said the 2014 retirees will not receive a fraction or percentage of their gratuity, but full payment.
This current gesture of releasing 1.2 billion to 2014 retirees early in the year is a pointer to the fact that year 2024 shall be a better year for retirees.
The head of service, Mr. Kayode Ogundele, thanked the governor for promoting workers' welfare with a promise of continued workers' support.
We want to ensure that our retirees, wherever they are, will always have cause to smile. Either they know someone or they don't know anybody. As we are paying salaries, we are also paying pensions. Am I right? Yes. We know that in some states, in fact, I was hearing one recently, they said, the man was saying that, and that was up to this year, that they receive pension maybe 2-3 times in a year. Pension, which has become something we have put far behind us.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, represented by the Chief of Staff, Olugbenga Ali, observed a minute silence in honor of the late governor, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu.
May God accept the soul departed in his bosom.
Aiyedatiwa, who restated dedication to workers and pensioners' welfare, said efforts will be made to clear the backlog.
The good legacies of the late governor shall be fondly remembered for a long time. We shall always place the people first in every decision we take. As a people-friendly government, I have graciously approved the release of the sum of 1.2 billion naira to defray the areas of gratuities being owed to retirees of the public service of Ondo State. This has become imperative despite other pressing financial commitments of government and the limited resources available.
The governor, who thanked labor leaders for promoting industrial harmony in the state, urged more support for his administration.
This gesture is a clear demonstration of our resolve to continue to take the welfare of both the serving and retired workers with all the seriousness it deserves. We shall not play politics with the welfare and comfort of our people. It is as the finances of government continue to improve, I can assure you, provision for more special intervention will be made to gradually defray the backlog of arrears of subsequent years.
The high point of the event was the presentation of dummy checks to some of the beneficiaries.
We never thought of it. I was shocked when I was called that this thing will be coming up. So you are really putting our administration and you have performed wonderfully well.
With this gesture of the state government, the hopes of other retirees in the state have been revived. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
The state of bus stops constructed for school shuttle buses in Ondo State has become a topic of discussion among residents of Akure, the state capital. Osrc's camera lens captured the dilapidated structures and bushes surroundings of the bus stops, which was constructed as a temporary stop for shuttle buses carrying students to and through their schools. Omoriola Ugwenji reports.
Noticeable in strategic places in the state capital are bus stops constructed by past administration to serve as a temporary stop for students being carted by shuttle buses to and from schools. For residents of the state capital, the purpose of the initiative has been defeated as some of the bus stops have been taken over.
We are using it for looking for shop and the other way. When government want to innovate it, it will give us some time, look for some place to stay and doing our business. Because all our human beings, we are looking for what our children are going to eat.
Them can help us to find somewhere. If they want to replace here, them can help us to find somewhere. It's no problem. We can manage it like that.
Destitutes and some mentally challenged people have also made it their abode. These bus stops, built years ago, among other reasons, was part of the urban renewed drive of the government. It is, however, disheartening to see the bus stops littered with refuse dumps taken over by traders, destitutes, among others. Special advisor to Governor Akeredolu on Transport, Toby Ogunleye, cleared the air on government's plan for the bus stops.
We are in the first quarter of this year. We are doing a complete facelifting and then taking possession of our properties. So be rest assured that we can't remove them. We want to improve on it and able to take absolute possession of it. We will not allow illegal occupiers, illegal traders. It's bus stop, not bus park. Some people normally park there. It is wrong. They are constituting traffic offenses there.
He also advocated collaboration among relevant authorities in charge of ensuring destitutes and persons with mental challenges of their game. He also advocated collaboration among relevant authorities in charge of ensuring destitutes and persons with mental challenges of their game at ensuring they are rid of the streets. Omoriola Ugwenji, Osrc News.
Farmers in Ondo West local government area have appealed to the Ondo destruction of their farm crops by a private company that claim to have acquired the lands from the state government. The people who are settlers from Abatale, Abana and among other communities staged a peaceful protest to seek government's intervention and to prevail on the private company to desist from destroying their only means of livelihood. Omoshola Desoyajan now reports.
These are settlers of Abana, Irore and Abatale, among other camps, who are predominantly farmers. They are protesting alleged encroachment, destruction and sales of their farmlands by the state government to a private company without prior notice of eviction. According to the protesters, none of the farmers had defaulted in the payment of dues on their acquired farmlands as ordered by the government of late Governor Olúwarótìmí Akeredolu.
Ìjọba Àkẹ́tì nígbà tó débẹ̀ ó wá sí capturing láti register gbogbo àgbẹ̀ tí ń bẹ nínú go reserve. So wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé ká máa san 10,000. A dẹ̀ ń sanwó yẹn bóyá láti 1919 títí di 2022. Bá a ṣe rí tí wọ́n kó caterpillar wọlé nìyẹn láì notice wa rárá. Tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bà oko wa jẹ́. Now a dẹ̀ bẹ̀bẹ̀ títí kódà ti lọ sí court ti fún wọn ní court order wípé wọn gbọ́dọ̀ fá oko yẹn mọ́.
The people said the company also prevented them from entering the farmland, as one of them, a hunter, was apprehended in the course of duty and allegedly beaten by security guards employed by the private company.
Mo ti lọ sóko ọdún láti bí ọwọ́ ọ̀rọ̀lẹ́. Mo lọ Amẹ́ríkà tí mo lọ sọ nígbà tó 12 tí mo padà. Bí wọ́n ṣe ń bọ̀, akọjá ìfèjì ọkọjá mo jáde sí eléyìí ìbọ̀ yẹ pàkì mọ́ mi ó ní tọ̀hún yẹ mo ní mo rà tó kọ ọdẹ ni mí wọ́n ní ṣe mo sọ fún pé wọ́n ti ta gbogbo ibi tí mo wà ẹni wọ́n ní kí ló wà ní báàgì mi mo ní òkété kan tí mo pa ni ẹ wò wọ́n ní òkè kí n gbébọn wá mo gbébọn fún wọn wọ́n gbàdá mi gbogbo cement ọdẹ tó wà lára mi wọ́n gbà wọ́n kàdé nẹ́ẹ̀sì wọ́n kàdá jáde ni wọ́n bẹ̀ sí nà mí mo dojú bolẹ̀ síbẹ̀ náà mo fi mí lẹ̀.
tún gbà kan ká máa wọko wọn ò tún fẹ́ gbà ká máa ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ bẹ̀
mo ní ká ṣàmọ páàkì jáde. àwọn tọ́ọ̀gì ni wọ́n kó wọn dé ojú ọ̀nà pa fún wa ni wọn ò jẹ́ ká wọ inú oko mọ́ pẹ̀lú ìbọn àti àdá àti ọkọ̀ àwọn tẹ̀ ná ẹnìkan gan débi pé ó ti dákú.
Efforts to speak to the representative of the private company have proven abortive as OSRC crew was denied access into the area.
Where I'm standing right now is Abatale, and this is the way to Abana and rural communities where farmlands have been destroyed. And the presence of security here is preventing us from entering these communities.
The traditional head of the communities, Oloja Oniliowo, Khalil Olarewaju, noted that the hamlets have been instrumental to the economic development of Ondo State due to impressive volume of farm produce from the area. He maintained that the previous government gave express consent to the people to farm on the land.
ọ̀pẹ tá a fẹ́ gbìn báyìí àwa ní ọ̀pẹ yẹn owó àmì ẹ̀ náà ń wú sọnù yìí o kòkó tá a fẹ́ gbìn báyìí òun làwa nígbà tá a ń wú sọnù yìí o àmọ́ kòkó ọ̀dọ́ kòkó tá a bẹ̀ sí gbé budò sáàtì abẹ́ ìjọba òde òní o àbá abẹ́ wọn. abẹ́ wọn ká jọ ká fọ́ lórí ọ̀fẹ́ káráyè wà ń bẹ́ o ká jọ o.
Others appealed to the state government to compel the company to stop the destruction of their farmlands pending the court's decision on the matter.
Please, we are soliciting and we are begging this able governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, that we are begging him because all these people, we didn't know their name. Then they came that they collected their approval from the government and they came here to destroy all our works.
Ayedatiwa Lucky orí mi sàn dodo go tún wá sàn be odo ṣàìnú wa o torí ẹ mọ̀ bó ń bá fẹ́ lọ o ẹ sì bó ń ya mọ́ o do ṣàìnú wa o.
àwa náà sì ti ṣiṣẹ́ débi wípé ká tọ́ ọmọ ṣùgbọ́n àsìkò tí a fẹ́ máa jèrè bẹ̀ ní abẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wú àwọn òbí wa kòkó wa àwọn abẹ́ ìjọba ni wípé kíjọba ó gbà wá àní àlẹ́bọ̀ àlóògùn ṣùgbọ́n abẹ́ ìjọba wípé kí wọ́n ràn wá lọ́wọ́ kí wọ́n ṣàánú wa kò síbi tá à ń gbà lọ táwọn àtọ́wà nínú gbẹ̀gàn tá a bá kúnra àwọn táwà ní ìgboro gbà wá.
The protesters came from 14 camps and villages including Abatale, Tiamiyu, Olorunṣogo, Temidire, Onipako, Abana, Irore and Aba Onikoko, among others. Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi, OSRC News.
Only one state in Nigeria has the reputation of being the food basket of the nation. Benue State, rich in large arable lands, has for many decades positioned itself as a. What is the standard of living like in Benue State amidst a dwindling national economy? Our reporter Joy Pyle sampled the mood of residents in the agrarian state. The report.
Benue State is one of the north-central states in Nigeria, and according to the National Bureau of Statistics 2019 projection, the state has a population of close to 6 million people. Created in 1976, the state derives its name from the Benue River, which is the second largest river in Nigeria after the River Niger. It borders Nasarawa State to the north, Taraba to the east, Kogi to the west, Enugu to the southwest, Ebonyi and Cross River states to the south, and an international border with Cameroon to the southeast. Benue is a rich agricultural region, particularly known for the cultivation of yams, oranges, sweet potatoes, cassava, soya beans, rice, groundnuts, palm trees, among others. Agriculture forms the backbone of Benue State economy, engaging more than 70% of the working population. This has made Benue the major source of food production in the nation. A rough estimated employment percentage in the state shows 75% are farmers, 10% traders, 6% civil servants, and 9% in the private sector. The location of Benue State in the center of the country makes it a hot spot for agricultural merchandise. However, like every other state in Nigeria, notwithstanding its richness in food production, residents say the economic hardship in the country is taking its toll on their living.
About the food, why I see that it's expensive because then I do buy 10 tubers of yam 3,000, but now it's 5,000 10 tubers of yam, which was not like that. But still, yet in Ebich I do buy that 5,000 is 5 tubers of yam that they will give. Sometimes 6,000 for 5 tubers of yam. And the transport, when I was coming, I paid 7,000. Now that I'm going, I pay 7,000 with my things.
In terms of food and other things, I still feel the difference is just that we are farmers. That's just it. So no matter what, we eat from our farms. We don't normally buy all the stuff from the market. That's just the difference.
President Tinubu, he has done a lot, but it's a lot that he have done have not really taken shape in the economy of the country, so it's affecting everywhere. One striking point I must say is the removal of subsidy. I don't think Mr. President was really prepared to remove subsidy, but also kind. He gave some money to states, which was put into, like our governor in the state, His Excellency Alia, bought some buses for Benue Links, and he promised that other buses will be running routes in Benue State. Although we have seen the buses in Benue State and the Benue Links, the ones to run the routes in the town, we have not seen it. But it has not really added to nothing because we are still paying the same price that we are paying to Abuja and any other place.
Growing up as young children, we always told that we are the future of the nation, the leaders of tomorrow. But as it stands right now, things are not going the way we were taught back in primary school and secondary school, where you see graduates, myself as an example, graduates out of school, gone for NYC service, and after how many years, no job, nothing to do apart from struggling to be an entrepreneur myself and all of that. So it's not been easy actually. Things are tough, but we are trusting God that the current government will look into that and improve the economic situation of the country, as it also affects Benue State in particular, where I reside.
Being a food basket station, most of the people within Benue State are farmers. Only few are civil servants. And in respect to people producing and then people getting access to the farmers, I think the cost of buying all those produce are less. It's only when it gets to the middlemen that you look at it that they become expensive. As to other areas, people who are not engaged in farming much, you look at it before the food stock gets to people, they buy it at very expensive rate.
While indicating faith in the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu, they called for an urgent solution to the increasing cost of fuel.
Newly elected President Tinubu, since he assumed the office, I think the most issues we are having is about the fuel subsidy and all of that. So transportation has been hard, like it's very difficult. Our advice issue, if it's not taking it down.
That's much we can take on that report. The Board of Trustees of Elizade University has approved the appointment of Professor Kayode Jadola as the fourth University. Professor Jadola is a leading professor of medicine whose research and service in Nigeria birthed the first ever Nigerian West African taught course in population and reproductive health training. A statement by the institution's registrar, Omololu Adegbero, says the appointment takes effect from 1st February 2024. Professor Jadola was, until his appointment, a professor of public health and community medicine at the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Nigeria, and parades over 25 years of national and international experience as a university professor, research advisor, practicing physician, project director, and multidisciplinary consultant. A renowned scholar and accomplished physician, the new Elizade University Vice Chancellor was born in 1965 and was at various times chair of the Faculty of Clinical Sciences, Postgraduate Board, director of the Gates Institutes for Population and Reproductive Health, College of Health Sciences, and Provost College of Health Sciences of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. The prelate of the Methodist Church, Nigeria, His Eminence Dr. Oliver Ali Abba, is set to enthrone Right Reverend Falade Matthew, the pioneer bishop of the newly created Diocese of Idore, as part of activities marking the official inauguration of the Diocese of Idore. The first lay president of the diocese, Chief Dele Akinagwe, will also be presented to the church on Sunday at the Methodist Church, Idale Idore, Ondo State. The prelate and the members of his entourage will also pay a courtesy visit to His Imperial Majesty Oba Dr. Frederick Adekunle Aroloye, the Owa of Idore Kingdom, on Saturday. The chairman of Christian Association of Nigeria in the local government area, Reverend Tunde Akinkunmi, urged Christians leaders in Idore land to join in the celebration. Two crime-related stories. A 34-year-old man, Usman Bello, has been apprehended by the Ondo State Security Network Agency, Amotekun Corps, for attempted kidnapping. The suspect was said to have disguised as a scavenger to carry out his operation and was arrested while attempting to abduct an 8-year-old girl at the solar axis of Akure, the Ondo State capital. Osrc's Joy Pius reports that the Amotekun commander, Adetunji Adeleye, assured residents of the state of zero tolerance to crime.
The 34-year-old suspected kidnapper, Usman Bello, had disguised as a scavenger of condemned iron scraps and was apprehended by the Ondo State Amotekun Corps in Akure, the Ondo State capital, while trying to kidnap an 8-year-old girl on Tuesday, the 9th of January. The suspect, who was said to have carried out his operation smoothly until the cry of the child was heard from the sack he hid her, fought tooth and nail to prevent arrest, thereby causing injuries on the victim's parents. The victim's parent, Bosse James, and grandmother, Victoria James, recounts their experiences in the hand of the suspect.
To go and toilet at the backyard. We went that side to go and toilet. On our way to power meeting, by then that I will be hearing my daughter's voice. Aboki have kidnapped my daughter, put it inside the sack. My grandma now hear the way the girl is shouting. She now go to the backyard and go and wash him. She has sit the girl inside the sack. My grandma now shouts and not go there. Try to drag him come outside so that people will help me. On my way dragging him come outside, he carries stick with fire. One woman is telling me outside there. He take the stick that the woman has put fire. Stand to knock my mommy. Hola, mommy liar. Why to get him, you know? If you let me, or want me, while it's so okay, Mamma can take by a Majam Kubaya, Banama Jam Kubaya, Majam Kubaya, Shannon, Majam Kubaya. Tete man cut to our bank, assist. Hey, oh, Guinea to Gankwe man yet, Shubu about the Bian Kulewayan. Banko to and Bell, Damania Shubu Bonnie Bobo.
Briefing newsmen on the incident, the Amotekun commander Adetunji Adeleye said the suspects confessed to have committed the crime. Adeleye assured that the suspects will be arraigned in court after investigations.
Upon interrogation, we found out that he's actually a kidnapper, and he confessed that he has been in the trade for some time. Because we want to know the sponsors, who are his bosses, and what does he do with the previous one before we now come to this present one that he was arrested with. Luckily, the child, the 8-year-old child, is fine.
The commander, while urging residents to always be at alert, solicited continuous cooperation of residents to enhance their operations.
I want to appeal to members of the public to be more watchful and careful these times with their children. Unfortunately, it doesn't affect only children alone. They go with different forms of charms that at times they attack even able-bodied adults, and you just follow them.
The Ondo State Security Network Agency assured residents of continued commitment to rid the state of criminal elements. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
In the meantime, the Ondo State Police Command has arrested one Atinika Adeniyi and Adeojo Ilesami in connection with the death of Adebayo called Seibayo. Atinika, aged 29, who claimed she and the deceased were involved in a romantic affair at a brothel in Ijapo in Akure, said the victim started convulsing and out of fear, she abandoned him and quietly left the room. The suspect led the police team to the brothel where one Adeojo Ilesami, aged 50 years, the owner of the brothel, was arrested. He confessed to have driven the corpse to the scene where it was found from the brothel, with claims that he was afraid when he realized the suspect died in his brothel. According to the police public relations officer, Fumilayo Odolami Omisoya, investigations into the alleged murder continues. An accident at Ileoluji Junction, Itanla, Ondo in Ondo State has claimed the life of a motorcyclist. The accident, which occurred this morning, also injured 5 others. The accident involved a truck, a salon car and 2 motorcycles. Eyewitness accounts said the driver of the truck lost control and overran a motorcycle, thus killing the rider instantly. Men of the Federal Road Safety Commission were at the scene to control traffic while the dead body has been evacuated. The injured ones have also been taken to an unknown hospital for treatment. And that does it on Sunshine Report. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.